Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're looking at some notes, really digging into digestive enzymes.
Yeah, but with a bit of a twist.
Right. It's not about, supplements or just getting enzymes from your food.
Exactly. This is all about how your body actually, well, makes them, how we can support that internal process.
In the source material you shared, it highlights some pretty specific things needed for that, things that were kind of surprising, actually.
It focuses on how the body uses certain nutrients, almost like signals or maybe building blocks to get things going, especially the stomach and pancreas.
Yeah, the notes really zeroed in on, let's see, chloride, basically, from salt, vitamin D, and this was interesting, bitter compounds in food.
Those are the key players highlighted, yeah. It's about how they seem to stimulate or sort of promote the release of digestive juices.
So understanding which specific nutrients help your body help itself digest, that's the core idea here.
You got it. And the sources connect them in specific ways, not just general good-for-you stuff.
Okay, so let's unpack that. The chloride one seems maybe the most straightforward. From salt.
Well, according to the source's perspective, yeah, it's presented as absolutely essential. Chloride is like a key component of hydrochloric acid, HCl, in the stomach.
Right, stomach acid.
And that HCl is critical because it activates pepsin, one of the main stomach enzymes for breaking down protein.
Ah, okay. So no chloride or not enough chloride.
Then the body struggles to make enough HCl, and that impacts that first step, that enzyme activation. That's the link the sources make.
Simple salt having such a direct role. Okay, what about vitamin D then? I usually think, bones, immune system.
Yeah, that's the common connection. But this material, it suggests vitamin D might be involved more systemically with digestion,
Yeah.
specifically potentially influencing the pancreas.
The pancreas, how so?
The sources mention research showing vitamin D receptors on pancreatic cells.
Oh, interesting.
Right. So while the exact mechanism might be complex, the implication drawn in these notes is that having enough vitamin D is somehow, involved in supporting the healthy function of the pancreas, helping it release its enzymes.
So the ones that handle fats, carbs, proteins later on in the small intestine.
Exactly, the heavy hitters. So vitamin D isn't just bones, it could be signaling digestive organs too, according to this perspective.
Huh, okay. And the last one, you mentioned the bitter compounds. That feels a bit counterintuitive. Bitter doesn't usually scream good digestion.
Yeah, it seems that way. But this is a really fascinating point in the sources. They talk about how bitter compounds, from things like leafy greens, maybe some veggies, even coffee or dark chocolate,
Uh-huh.
they trigger taste receptors, not just on your tongue, but apparently also deeper down in the stomach and gut.
Receptors in the stomach
Ah,
for bitterness.
seems so, according to these notes. And when those receptors get stimulated by something bitter, it sends signals. Signals that promote the release of digestive juices.
Like what kind of juices?
Things like bile from the liver, and importantly, enzymes from the pancreas. It's like a sensory cue, sort of tells the system, okay, food's coming, gear up.
So the bitterness itself acts as a trigger.
Yeah.
An ancient response, maybe?
That's how the sources frame it, yeah. An innate response playing a real physiological role in, priming digestion.
Okay, so let me try and connect these dots from the sources. We've got chloride as a necessary ingredient for stomach acid, which activates that initial enzyme, pepsin.
Mm-hmm.
Then vitamin D, potentially signaling the pancreas to do its job, releasing its set of enzymes.
A supporting role, maybe.
Right? And then bitter compounds acting as this sort of sensory trigger for multiple digestive secretions, including enzymes.
Exactly. It gives a much more specific picture than just eat generally healthy. It's about these particular cues and components the body uses internally.
It really reframes how you might think about supporting your own digestion, not just avoiding bad stuff or adding external enzymes.
But making sure the body actually has the specific things it needs, based on these notes, to run its own complex digestive show properly.
Right. And, as you're navigating all the health information out there, trying to stay well-informed, insights like these from your source material, they add a useful layer.
Yeah, nuance, definitely.
Understanding these potential roles, chloride from plain salt, vitamin D from sunlight or food, even just the taste of bitterness, how they might specifically stimulate digestive processes, it gives you a more detailed map.
A map of how diet connects very specifically to bodily functions, yes.
Which really leads to a final thought, doesn't it?
I think so. It raises an interesting question to ponder based on all this.
Okay.
Well, when you consider how these sources highlight seemingly basic things, minerals and salt, sunlight's effect on vitamin D, the actual taste of food having such specific crucial roles in something complex like making enzymes, it makes you wonder what other really fundamental, maybe overlooked parts of our diet or even our environment might be playing equally vital, very specific, but maybe underappreciated roles in keeping us healthy.
Hmm. What are the other simple details we might be missing? It's definitely something powerful to think about.